Hi again then guys, and so we've got another updated Le Mans prototype tune for you today, and this time it's for the 2003 Le Mans winning Bentley Speed 8 race car, which is of course based on Audi R8 technology. So you want your racing soft tyres, full suspension, again very similar if not the same to many of the other updated prototypes, rear ride height as low as possible, 10mm higher at the front, springs on 17, dampers for 1 on compression, 3 on extension, anti-roll as low as possible, camber and toe neutral. For the gearbox we have the highest possible auto setting, and then for the individual gears we have 2.7, 1.7, 1.2, 900, 700 and 500 with a final drive of 3.4. For the diff, same as always of course, low initial torque, high acceleration and low braking. You want your high RPM turbo of course, and your downforce set as low as possible. Traction control is also turned off as always. And so this is, from what I've seen, one of the more popular Le Mans prototypes. You can kind of understand why. It's a pretty cool car. The concept of a Bentley LMP car is just inherently cool. It's not quite as fast though as you might hope from a prototype. It's certainly not slow, but it's not quite as quick as, I don't know, as I would have expected it to be. Now, this updated tune setup does do just under 285 miles per hour under its own power, and considering that this does actually have quite a bit less power than many of the other top level prototypes, that's still a very good top speed. That's beyond, say, the Audi R8 that it's based on. So it is an impressive car, definitely. And it's a premium model, which you can't say about a lot of the other prototypes, which is also very cool. So overall, it's a very good deal of an LMP car. You get premium quality, it looks fantastic, it's a very competitive car all round, and it's a lot faster than it was. Now, my existing tune for this car, I can't recall exactly how quick it was. I think it was around the 270 region. So we've increased it by, I believe if I remember correctly, over 10 miles per hour. And as far as draft potential, well, as you can see, you're pretty much sitting on the red line at that speed. So I'm not sure exactly where this car redlines, but I think you may have about maybe 400 or 500 RPM of draft potential, which equates to probably around 295, 300 miles per hour. Not much more than that though. Happily though, despite having a slightly lower top speed than some of the other Group C cars, it actually handles better than many of them on the curve. Now it is going a bit slower than they are, but also the handling you can instantly feel is just inherently better. You can take the car down into the corner and it doesn't feel anywhere near as heavy as any of the Group C prototypes. And on this track, that is a fact that many people disregard. Many people assume that racing on Special Stage Route X is boring because it only involves top speed. Whoever has the highest top speed will win. That is just not the case. In fact, I would argue that handling is actually more important on this track than top speed, because the amount of times that I have won a race on this track in a vehicle which is inferior to everyone else on the board in terms of pure top speed, but had better handling, because at the end of the day, top speed means nothing if you can't turn a corner. So, this car does have that advantage going for it. It's a lot faster than it was. As far as draft potential, it's not quite as high as some. If you do need more, say to compete with something like the Audi R18 or the Peugeot 908, just extend the final drive a little bit more. As always, it can certainly do that. It's got more than enough power, huge amount of torque, very aerodynamic as well, being a closed top prototype rather than an open top. And it's a good all-round car, very strong all-round contender. So if you found this tune setup helpful, feel free to subscribe. I put out new updated tunes regularly, new top speed tunes like this every day, various other tunes and other videos in the week. And as always, thanks for watching.